This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Recording has started. Hello and welcome once again, dear listeners, to Superconnectivity, the show that connects things you never thought could be connected, but we do it superbly. Hey everyone, I'm your host, Charlie the Professor Esser, and with me as always is the blue-eyed bomber from the Burg of Pits.
Phil, me, and Perich.
That's my man. Hey Philip, welcome back to Superconnectivity. Man, you know, it's been a week. A lot to talk about. Lots of things going on. Not sure quite where to start. Is there something you want to talk about, Phil? Is there something burning in your back pocket? You said, I want to talk about this because I didn't get to talk about it on that other show I do because we were all talking about 69.
No, I know you had a little bit of agenda. So here, tell you had some good topics.
I got a ton of stuff.
Let it rip.
So, okay, yeah. You're the one that's got all the notes, though, Phil. That's what I'm saying.
Do you want me to go over your?
No. So, let's open up with one of the bigger stories that have sort of come through. And interestingly enough, AMC has been like kind of cool about it. A lot of theaters have not been cool, but like the head of AMC says, "No, I get what they're doing," and it's like it's cool, which kind of it. You know, AMC also just did a deal with Universal, so I think AMC is positioning themselves. They know that they are kind of, even though like it's like there was all this AMC is going bankrupt stuff. I think AMC knows, like, look, okay, we have a place in the New World Order. We're going to build that place. We're going to recognize what's going on and what we can do to build ourselves up there. Mulan is coming to Disney Plus.
Yep.
At $30 a head, which I think is a fair price point. And a lot of people, okay.
I thought it was like the on demand where you rent it and you get it for like 48 hours or something. But I thought I just heard not too long ago someone was saying if you pay the $30 for Mulan, you get to keep it as long as you have Disney Plus. Like it'll forever be in your Disney Plus library.
I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Now, what'll be interesting is if that means that then Mulan will never be in your library without. That would be an interesting thing if this becomes the new Disney Vault.
Oh yeah.
You know, where no, you paid $30, you get it forever. But if you don't pay $30, you don't get it.
I guess it's like their version of iTunes, or like even if you would go to buy a Blu-ray, it's like you pay the $30, you keep it forever. You keep it forever.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is it doesn't transition to the main service.
Oh yeah, no, I think you have to pay. So it's only for the people who pay the $30. Yeah.
Yeah, for those who don't remember, years and years ago there was something called the Disney Vault, and every 10 to 12 years a film would come out of the Disney Vault. You'd be able to purchase it for about $30 to $50. It'd be in a very fancy, heavy VHS case. You could purchase this and put it on your shelf for all time, pass it down generation to generation, or, you know, about 12 years' time when the tape degraded and was no longer really watchable. But that was VHS technology for you. But the idea is that, you know, Disney had these films that they kept under strict wraps. And so the idea that they may have a situation where they're going to, for $30 you get Mulan and you get it for life. If you pay to have Disney Plus for life, which is a great sort of circular logical argument. Because I mean, heck, that even suggests men no, we have to keep Grandpa's account. Grandpa had the Mulan. We've got to keep on paying to keep the Mulan that we watch every Thanksgiving.
Or it's like if you cancel the Disney Plus, then you got to go out and buy the Blu-ray or something. They hit you twice. So yeah, Disney's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean either way, but
Disney's getting their money either way.
Yeah, the idea that you might be able to keep it forever, and like I'm the one that's saying maybe then it doesn't come out, or what happens is you get to keep it forever, but it's not going to come out to Disney Plus.
At least not for
like,
at least not for years. I'd say.
4 or 5 years. And it's not going to be anywhere for 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't get it now, you're not going to get it for 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, no, not unless you go out and buy the Blu-ray or something. Yeah, no.
And if it's good, you're going to regret it. And but the good news is that if it's good, you can go and buy it for $30.
Exactly.
And there's the thing about the price point. It was like, well, everyone is hit by $30 as a scary number.
Yeah.
But and here's what I say: if you go to a movie once by yourself and don't buy popcorn or soda, that is a scary number. But if you go to the theater once by yourself and buy popcorn and soda, suddenly it's not as scary. It's like $10 more.
And this is like a family movie too. So you're probably a lot of people are taking their families too.
Exactly. You're going to want more than one person to go with. Like I said, like if we were reviewing this, if we decided that this was something we were going to do, first off, I'm going to want to watch it twice. Because I like to watch films twice when I review them, unless it's a film I really have absolutely no interest in.
And your favorite, you can pause it when you got to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just, honestly, that is a useful device in anything. But yeah, it's an interesting aspect of it. I'm intrigued by what Disney is doing with it. And I know there was a lot of deliberation.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, I know people were complaining online, but it's like, Disney's damned if they do, damned if they don't, because it's like, you put it in the theater. Oh, Disney doesn't care about the public, coronavirus, all this. But it's like, but then if they're doing it like this, like the way they're doing it now, then it's like, oh, they don't care about the theaters and, Yeah,
now the real issue is, of course, Black Widow, they have said, is still coming to theaters.
So far, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the question. Like, if the theaters... Here's what I'm going to say. There is this push to get a vaccine out for COVID, which, if a vaccine is available and you can set up a socially distanced theater, and, you could have films premiere. Now, what I'm going to say on that is, like, if you start doing social distance theater, literally... Every theater is gonna be showing Black Widow at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Because like instead of a 100-seat theater, it's now a 50-seat theater, and so you have to space it out, and probably the cost of a ticket is going to go up because of that.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. They're going to add $1 to $2 to the.
I don't know. Some of the theaters are hurting though. There was a few around here. They were advertising, like I guess, like around this time they're like for $50 you could rent out a whole theater for you and like 20 of your friends or something.
Yeah, but then again, you are also then probably showing some third-run movie.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't know if it was brand new movies or not.
You're not going to rent it out, show Black Widow for $50.
Yeah, no. But
you're going to make that back on the back end.
But hey, man, come on, Disney, save the world. When you buy a ticket to go see Black Widow, you get 3D glasses and you get a vaccine.
Oh, vaccine. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about the vaccine.
So you think supposedly they're like, yeah, it's not going to, it's coming to the theater, but it's not until November. Do you think they're waiting to, if things go bad again in September, October, they're going to be like, yeah, we can't release it in the theater.
We're going to have to see what happens. I mean, it's set for November, which is, I mean, if I really, since I'm guessing it's after November 3rd, I think they're hoping that basically after November 3rd, one or two things happen. Either there's hope for a new world, or everyone's just going to say, "The heck with it," and it's just put it on, just put it all up, We don't have much longer left. Just call it a day. Let's get it out there. Get the content out there, however we can.
Oh, look when it releases, November 6th.
Yeah, so it's like, by then we'll know. And no, I mean, I would love to see that in the theater. And the fact of the matter is, and this was what I was saying, there is a push to get the vaccine out there. As an example, basically, the U.S. government is investing millions, possibly billions of dollars into the manufacture of vaccines that may not work. Because there's about 4 top-line vaccines, and we're basically just ramping up production of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
in the hopes that one of them might work and we'll be good to go as soon as we can say definitively it works. So that's a thing. And so it's entirely possible that, we are, because obviously Trump wants a vaccine before November 3rd.
Oh, yeah.
And he's not going to get one. At most, he's going to get one on November 6th. And I get the feeling that it's just this reality of this is the thing, is that you can't divest entertainment from politics,
Oh, yeah.
And everyone is, I don't want politics, I just want entertainment. It's like, well, unfortunately you can't have one or the other, because in an unjust world, everything is political. You can't just have a nice meal because, suddenly the chicken sandwich place doesn't like gay people.
Well, good. Well, and good and bad. The virus has linked everything: entertainment, politics. Everyone's everyday life, everything.
Well, exactly, and that's the reality of the situation. Is we're in this, and the thing about, because here's the thing, the virus, because it's a virus, it doesn't follow normal rules of engagement, which means that in a state where things are under control, people get much more relaxed. I live in New Jersey, which is a very blue state, but we are also a state that has gotten coronavirus highly under control. I went into work today. I'm the only one wearing my mask. Now granted, the mask is largely psychological, because the idea is that we want to have a culture of masks so that if you are asymptomatic, or God help you, actually symptomatic, and you're not wearing a mask, you're going to get a lot of people infected. So best that we all wear masks. Mm-hmm. And I go out, like when I'm by myself, I'll go out and I'll walk down the street without a mask, and it's not a problem. But as soon as I see someone approaching, I put on my mask.
Oh, yeah.
And invariably, they will feel guilted into putting their mask on, too. Because at the end of the day, because first off, they don't know, maybe they don't know I might have the Rona.
Exactly.
They don't know me. And I probably do if I'm putting on the mask. So,
yeah.
And who knows, I probably do. It's entirely possible. I don't know. I travel way more than most people should in this environment, but the fact of the matter is that, yeah, the virus is a thing. It's not going away anytime soon. Even if we get a vaccine this year, it's not going to be an immediate thing. There's going to be a whole process of getting out to people. And so, I think we might have reopened social distance theaters in the biggest markets. Because right now, New Jersey and New York, we've got ourselves under control for the most part, Mm-hmm. And so those markets where, as they say, where most of the people in the country live, every time you want to see someone get mad about the Electoral College, they'll say, well, yeah, that just means that New York and California that LA and New York City get to elect our presidents. It's like, well, if there's more people in New York and LA than the rest of the country, maybe they should elect the president. I don't know. I thought that's how democracy worked, but whatever. But the market is there to carry these projects through. And if they then also have an option, 2 to 4 weeks later, of having it being on demand at like $20, I think they'll make their money back. And of course, that's the real thing with Mulan, which I haven't heard yet, is if Mulan is being released in theaters in China, because China's theaters are open.
Yeah, oh no.
So it's an interesting question on that, and we'll have to see what's going on with that. But then again, it's also possible that one of the reasons they're releasing Mulan is because they realized that the Chinese market was going to be shut. Because maybe China said, yeah, our theaters are open, but we're focusing on Chinese content from Chinese producers. So that's another option, too. Anyway, hey, have you seen this new show called Harley Quinn, Philip?
Yes, I have. Both seasons, yes.
Okay, well, I only have the one because that's on HBO Max now, and I've been watching it.
So you like it? I predicted you'd like it.
Oh, of course I like it. It's Teen Titans Go, but with boobs.
Told you.
And this is my thing, Philip. It is literally Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, just more adult Teen Titans Go.
It's adult themed. It's like, what if no one cared about continuity or character legacy, and we just made fun of all of the stupid things that superheroes do? And that is what Harley Quinn on HBO Max or DC Universe or wherever you're getting your Harley Quinn basically is. And I love it, and I'm here for it. But it does strike me as weird that Teen Titans get so much hate from nerds. Like, just so much nerd hate, and yet Harley Quinn is threading the needle on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta feel that it's because it is an adult cartoon. And so it's, I'm not gonna stereotype here, but I'm gonna stereotype here. I'm guessing that maybe a lot of nerds who like to complain about these things maybe don't get titillated enough. And Teen Titans Go doesn't titillate them, hopefully. I mean, we all ship, Beast Boy and Ray Ray.
Yeah.
Because they're cute and they should be shipped.
There's actually...
It's a respectful ship.
There's actually an episode, it might be season 2, but there's actually an episode of Harley Quinn. It opens up with like 2 nerds talking about like the series in their basement.
And I'm sure there are, because, that's the thing. It's like, I think nerds like when their tropes are subverted.
Yes.
And I think that their problem is that there's too many people that don't like it when certain tropes... And that's the thing, because, as I will say, the Robin in Harley Quinn is Teen Titans Go Robin. Yes, it's voiced by a different actor. Mm-hmm. It's the guy from the Goldbergs who's doing all the teenage voices now. I think he actually does both Damian Wayne and Joshua Cobblepot.
Huh?
I think it's actually the exact same actor doing both characters.
Could be. I think it's... Yeah, especially animation. They love finding people who can do more than one character.
But he's not even like doing a different voice. He's just doing Adam Goldberg. He's doing Adam Goldberg as Robin, and then he's doing unless they got Frankie Muniz actually back for this. I don't know, because I think Frankie Muniz still has a relatively high register voice, so he might be doing it. But and of course Frankie Muniz, we love that. Sadly, Frankie Muniz has like a disorder where he actually has lost a large portion of his memories.
Oh.
Yeah, he actually does not even remember being on Malcolm in the Middle.
Huh.
Maybe that is just something he says so people don't ask him about that. But it's a weird, but it's like a weird retrograde amnesia where it's like, it's like he remembers a lot of stuff, but it's like that stuff is mostly lost to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the Frankie Muniz reference when they go inside Harley's mind. I love Harleen Quinzel.
Oh yeah, I love Kaylee Cuoco.
They didn't have Mayim Bialik voice her, but that's okay.
Oh,
I can live with it. Kylie Cuoco wanted to show she doesn't have to be the dumb actress all the time.
Oh yeah, I know.
I think the last episode I get was when Harley goes back to her parents, and you basically see that Joker's just dear old dad. And, but that's the thing about it is it is delightful, but it is also pedestrian. It is making fun of all the tropes, like just the idea that first off, the idea of alcoholic Commissioner Gordon, an obsessive compulsive and weirdly kinky Commissioner Gordon. Really, what they're kind of suggesting with the Harley Quinn Commissioner Gordon is that actually the one bad day did work with him. And see, and like, to me, that should be causing nerd rage in abundance. But it doesn't. I
mean, I don't know if it was the one bad day. I don't know if they just like it's kind of assumed it's just like, the job and working with Batman and all the rogues.
No. They actually called out that he got this way because, the Joker crippled his daughter or something.
Yeah, but his daughter's not crippled in this because she shows up in season 2. She's not crippled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, she's in college. Yeah.
Okay, so they did a callback that wasn't a callback.
Yeah, no, okay.
It's a funny thing to do in season 1
because she shows up as Batgirl in season 2. Yeah, she's not crippled.
But again, that lack of continuity is central to Teen Titans Go. So again, it's just this weird idea how certain things can be the exact same idea, but because they phrase it with the idea, oh, well, we're going to have boobs and dirty words, and maybe even a lesbian kiss at some point. Maybe we'll hint at it. Not the first season, but we're going to that's going to get its acceptance from the nerd community. Whereas something else that is honestly, in my opinion, I'll say this honestly, I think Teen Titans Go is the better show. But because Harley Quinn is risque and adult and like makes you feel cool because you say, I like the Harley Quinn show, I think that's getting much more of a pass than Teen Titans Go got. So that's my opinion, one nerd's opinion. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that, it's more hip, it's more edgy. It's like, oh no, this isn't for the kid. They
even have a character named Cyborg who says "booyah."
Yeah, they
got a green character who's in love with the crazy character. There's a lot of similarities here.
Well,
okay?
I know.
Anyway. Did you see Stargirl this week?
Oh, yes, I did. The penultimate episode of season 1, yes.
That is the penultimate episode.
Yes, next week.
I wasn't sure if that was the season finale cliffhanger.
No.
Because there is a season 2 coming,
Yes, there is a season 2, but yeah, no, that was the penultimate.
Okay. That was the penultimate episode. Yeah, yes. I mean, sorry. What was it, Philip?
The penultimate episode. Take a drink, which he did.
Take a drink, yes. Yes, and... I'd love... Okay, so favorite scene in this thing is that when they're watching the countdown and the gambler hacks into Chuck's hack, which is, I guess the thing. And it says, we'll destroy the machine in 30 minutes. Like, no! 30 minutes isn't when we start. 30 minutes is when we finish.
I think they were timing it that's how long it was taking. I know it seems stupid, but yeah, I think it was like.
Well, okay. Here's what seems really stupid: the countdown clock makes no sense.
Well, they were counting up because it's like, oh, how long's it taking him? Oh, he's almost at 30 minutes.
No, not that.
Okay.
Philip. The countdown clock has seconds, minutes, an hours, a days, and then another quantity. But that quantity is not related to weeks, months, or anything else. It's just, it seems to be supposed to be days, except that you see repeatedly numbers larger than 24 in the hours section. Maybe they were
going to count how many states they took over.
That's not what they're doing.
They just bought a generic clock, Charlie. Come on.
But it doesn't make sense. Because clearly the hours are set on a 99 system. And then, because they're getting...
It wasn't a custom job. They just bought something off of Amazon. Come on.
I'm just saying, some designer really did not do his job on this. I'm really mad we have not gotten more with Solomon Grundy yet.
Well, that's what me and Lilith were saying, because Lilith said it looked to her like, they didn't use a lot of the budget the last couple episodes. I'm like, well, yeah, you know why? They're probably saving the budget for the finale in Grundy.
Yeah, but, it's like, I'd like at least something.
Yeah.
You don't have to show Grundy to show, oh, yeah, his door was bent to half open, and he's been pounding on it since then. And maybe even get, like if they had done at the end of this episode a little boom, like just boom, 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 boom. Then finally, boom. You don't have to show anything, just show the door opening.
Yeah.
And that would have been worth it. But, we don't get that. Shining Knight dealing with his PTSD is cool. Again, Brainwave. I don't like drone to Brainwave. Because that's clearly what it is. It's like they manipulated Brainwave in the way that want him to manipulate everybody else in the world.
Yeah, they kind of they kind of reset him, though. He was...
No, I don't think so. That's the thing. I think that he actually was growing as a human being. I honestly believe, and I think this is going to be a plotline that comes up, I think there's going to be, with Brainwave Jr., a moment where there is a, battle on the, as we saw in Fantastic Four 269, because, he absorbed the energy of Brainwave Jr. Well, yes, that means Brainwave Jr. is maybe inside his brain. And there's going to be this fight for dominance. And I think that's going to be an interesting plotline to have in future episodes with, Brainwave, this middle-aged man, now has the brain of his teenage son.
Oh, yeah.
Which is also going to be super creepy. Because he's going to be like, no, it's like, I love you, Wildcat. It's like, you are an old man. Shut up and go away. It's like, and then he's going to turn evil again, and it's going to be this whole thing. It is a thing. But unless and I hope that's not what we get at this, there is a fifth dimensional imp at play.
Oh, yeah, we haven't got that yet.
And when they all ran out, we didn't see anyone take all of the JLA relics, but I can't imagine them just leaving them behind.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and they took the little kid with us, who we know is going to be Johnny Thunderbolt, the new Johnny Thunderbolt. And, you know, the idea of him, and I kind of imagine the situation where everyone is like being beaten and dying, and he's running, and he just finds the pen, and he grabs the pen for no reason.
Yes.
He's just hiding with the pen, and then, you know, you're just going to hear the ha-ha-ha. It's just like, I wish this didn't happen. And he's going to go back in time, and it's going to reset the whole season 1. And then he's going to know, and he's going to be the character in the know in season 2. Wouldn't that be an interesting twist on things?
Oh, yeah.
You know? And see how that whole story plays. And then you even got the idea that maybe, you know, he saves Hocus Pocus's kid, and maybe Hocus Pocus, or it wasn't Hocus Pocus. Who was the magician character?
I think was it just the magician? I think it
was just called the magician.
I think
they had very unoriginal names in the Golden Age. That's all I'm saying.
Whoa, yeah. I mean,
maybe we're gonna get a Green Arrow and a Speedy. I'd love to get a Speedy in this.
Oh yeah.
I half expected Stargirl's father to be Speedy. You know?
Yeah, he just turned out to be a jerk.
No, yeah, who knows? They may bring it back. You know?
Yeah, but I think but I think Pat would have known him if he was Speedy, though.
You know, you never necessarily know.
True.
I mean, no one knew who Justin was for a while, so you know, it's entirely possible. It's like, I don't know, that domino mask. There's no way to tell who a person is without the eyes. You know? Who are you? I don't know. That's a Venture Brothers reference. But anyway, yeah, so, I mean, it's a real cliffhanger we're ending on. And I thought it would have been cool if that was like I thought it would have been cool if that had been the season finale.
Yeah.
That you really ended on a cliffhanger. And, you know, but they don't do that as much anymore. And
plus, like me and Lilith were talking, like, when they filmed this, I don't know if they had gotten the confirmation that they were getting a season 2 yet, so they might have wanted to wrap some stuff up.
Yeah. And it's also possible, it's also possible that, you know, I mean, who knows what's going to happen, but we'll see. We'll see, for me, next Wednesday, because that's when they drop on the CW app.
Oh, yeah.
Because my Channel 11 doesn't come in. But other than that, very cool. Speaking of penultimate episodes, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., yes.
I can't believe it's ending. I really can't.
Hey, they got 7 seasons. That's a healthy run.
I know. It got it's been around a long time. Roxy Glass is now at the Academy, which I feel bad about because I feel she's a super capable agent. But it's like, it turns out Deke wasn't sanctioned to do what he was doing. But I'm guessing she got credits for it. You know, I'm guessing there's some respect. Because let's not forget, you know, I mean, General, what's his name now? I'm blanking on Patrick Warburton's character's name.
I forget.
He knows Deke. He knows what Deke was up to. So it's like, I recognize that, but we do have a system, so let's just have you go through the system. And so I'm hoping we get to see Roxy Glass next season, next episode, and I'm really looking forward to what comes next. Now, at the end of this, we do have this was a downer ending because it's like, now all the villains show up. And they just blew up all of the S.H.I.E.L.D. bases.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting choice. And makes me wonder if we're going to get a time loop situation.
Well, I was going to say, is that, or are we going to reset the timeline too, so it doesn't matter what happens now because everything's going to get reset eventually? Or
well, except it already happened, which means if it already happens in the timeline, then it already happens. That's the thing.
Yeah,
it's
but we're going to get out of this timeline now.
Yeah. Well, but that's the problem, is that there's already a million timelines.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
That's what I was going to say. Are they going to be able to find their original timeline, you think, or no?
Well, no, I think that, well, I mean, I'm a big believer that this is going to be the Time Variance Authority.
Ooh.
I think that, you know, if that's what we get as our hint at the end, you know, then that will be the next Enough Said show. You know, as me and Maz try to find stuff to fill it. Because we only have one episode left, so that's going to be exciting. And I will let Rob know when we're discussing that, so Rob and Maz can meet. So that'll be exciting.
Nice.
But, yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting how it plays out. I don't like Nathaniel Malik. I think he's a real jerk. And, you know, it's funny when he tells Daisy in this episode that he's had his powers longer than her.
Oh, yeah, I heard you and Ma talking about this, yeah.
Well, you know, so he got his powers in 76. And now it's like 83, which is about 7 years, which is also about as long as Daisy's had. Well, Daisy got her powers like 6 years ago. And she got her powers at like the end of season 2, I think. So, but it's like, okay, yeah, you've had the powers a little bit longer. It's not like you've had a lifetime to train and become a master of this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and, you know, you learned a couple tricks. But, you know, this is your white privilege.
Oh!
No, please.
That's a supervillain privilege.
Malik isn't the height of white privilege.
Oh, yeah, no, yes.
And honestly, he is in his own way kind of the derision of the white privileged anarchist. You know, it's like, oh, I want anarchy. Because, you know, my dad didn't let me do something. Yeah, I mean, really, because it is, I mean, honestly, it's a very sad story because it is about a very wealthy, very rich, very white kid who gets superpowers and wants to tear down the system. And it's like, okay. You know, and it's not like that character and that person doesn't exist in the real world. Yeah. We do know that person exists. We've all known that person. We may be related to that person. That's the far left version of the racist uncle. Is the, you know, the anarchist nephew is the racist uncle of the world in which we live. Because, and again, in this situation, he wants anarchy so long as him and his people are on top. You know, he wants anarchy with him with the superpowers, which is basically just fascism by another name. So he's much more in line with Hydra than he likes to think, you know. But yeah, which of course the Chronicomms know, which is why they're exploiting him for this purpose. And of course, you know, at the end we get all of the we get the evil version of On Your Left as all the Chronicomms show up out of space jumps. And, you know, that's going to be next episode.
Oh, but the thing with Simmons, it's like, so what? So when he tried to pry the location of Fitz out of her head, so what? She forgot what, it erases all knowledge of Fitz from her head?
Well, apparently, I mean, it might be an effect of it.
That's why she didn't want to mess with that thing. She didn't want to lose the memory of Fitz.
No, I think see, I don't think it's that. That's the thing. I don't think we're going to get a sad ending on this. I don't. Well, no, I mean, in the end, yeah. Universe, the Chronicomms destroyed everything.
What a
and then we're going to get Richard Mull as Uatu saying, "But there are many universes," and that's going to be our teaser for the What If series. I don't think that's how it ends. No. I don't think so. But I think that what we're going to get with this is, you know, what we've gotten, which is that, you know, there's going to be this big battle between them, and our heroes will be triumphant at the end. And here's what I'm going to tell you. I think Deke, Fitz, and Simmons all make it to the end. I think Sousa and Sky make it to the end. I think Max and Yo-Yo make it to the end. I don't think any of the court cast is going to die in this. I think the only people that are going to die are literally going to be Nathaniel Malik, who will get blasted out into space. And, I mean, maybe Coulson gets decommissioned.
You know what happens? Coulson's like, you know what, I want to like rest for a while, so they like shut him down. They just like shut him down and store him somewhere. So, they can bring him back at any point if they wanted. That
would be a great way to work that out. Actually, you know who I think is going to be the most interesting that's going to happen? I think Enoch comes back.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think what's going to happen, he was going to say, well, as I was dying, I realized I existed in this timeline. So I simply reached out to myself and downloaded all of my knowledge into myself and let him know to come meet me at this time. Between
timey-wimey stuff and he was an artificial, I mean, all this,
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is he's always been a time travel duplicate.
Oh, yeah.
And I would love for him to say, well, you see, I'm actually not a time travel duplicate. Meaning that I can actually continue within this timeline without any ill effects, unlike my previous self, which had to be destroyed because he was a time travel duplicate. So where we go from there is going to be interesting. And, I honestly believe we are going to get something. Something's going to get teased at the end of this. And it's probably going to be something that's already established.
Yeah.
And the Time Variance Authority is the obvious one, where we're going to get a. Here's what I'm going to say. I forget which episode had the Nick Fury cameo. We are going to get our Hiddleston cameo at the end of this. And wouldn't that be funny? It's like, you have Hiddleston and Coulson bot meet and Coulson go, you again. Or Loki says, you again. Oh, that would be interesting. There you go. The TVA, all of the agents of the TVA, they're all Coulsons.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So it's like you guys again. It's like, yes, it's always us now. What better way to keep it all under control?
Exactly.
And it'll be their own little clone army. It'll be awesome. Okay. Was there anything?
Comics?
Hey, quick. Well, actually, I'm going to say quick question, Phil. Moby Dick, is he a kaiju?
I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough answer. This is a fun conversation. I want you to ask any of your nerd friends the next time you talk about this. Is Moby Dick a kaiju? And then force the discussion. No. Because this is a fun discussion about what qualifies as a kaiju, what defines the great monster, because clearly Moby Dick is a great monster in that. Now you can say, yes, but Ahab is the real monster, just like Dr. Frankenstein is the real monster, yada, yada, yada. There is a great conversation to be had, and this is the Superconnectivity home game for you. Everyone should go speak with their nerd friends and talk about whether or not Moby Dick qualifies as a kaiju. And whatever statement they make, take the counterpoint. Because if you don't take the counterpoint, you can't have a good argument. And that is what nerd culture is about, is arguments. So you can take the stance that he is a kaiju. He represents nature, and the fear of nature is a central fear of man, just in the same way that nuclear war was a central fear of man when the original kaiju and Godzilla came into being. If you want to take the opposite stance that he's not, just say all of the ideas of kaiju comes from his kaiju-ness comes from Ahab being an unreliable narrator, and then Ishmael being an unreliable narrator of secondhand information, so that to Ahab, any white whale was Moby Dick, and Ishmael, not really, this being his first whaling voyage, doesn't really know what whales look like, so doesn't know that that what he's saying is wrong. So that's a fun conversation to have. Have it with your friends. It's a party game. Let it sweep the nation. Is Moby Dick a kaiju? And what does that mean if he is or is not? All right. Final talk. Let's talk comic books. What came out this week, Philip? Any good comic books this week?
Empyre #4.
Empyre #4. Oh, my gosh. Al, you kept your mouth shut on this one. You kind of spilled some beans with Rick Jones, but not really. I kind of felt he gave us more knowledge of Rick Jones than we should have had.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, yeah, She-Hulk, that's the thing. He blew it off in such a way that I didn't even notice that he was blowing it off. Brilliant. That's why Al Ewing is one of the greatest comic book writers currently working today. He also thinks my ideas are good. I mean,
supposedly She-Hulk dies, which she could, but I mean, again, thanks to the Al Ewing run of Immortal Hulk, we know all the Gamma people come back. Do you think they're going to use that as the reset? She dies, and when she comes back, she has like her full mental faculties back.
Oh, I think she dies and comes back, and now she can see through the fourth wall again.
Oh, yes.
That's what I want. I want me some good old classic fourth wall breaking She-Hulk.
She's going to be like full on John Byrne She-Hulk again.
Yeah, I wanted to be like, I'm just gonna walk across the panel. Just have her meet Gwenpool and say, "Oh, sweetheart, you don't even know half the stuff." Uh-huh. So yeah, I mean that to me is everything else that happens in the story. Mm-hmm. Everything else that happens is the Cody are rising and Screes and Skrulls. And Hulkling has been manipulated by his grandma.
Oh, but Hulkling and Wiccan that we discover have gotten married at some point.
Yeah, I did not know they weren't already married. So, but I guess we got their wedding.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I think they said in one of the one-shots maybe after this, they're going to, I don't know if it said they're actually going to show the wedding, but yeah, I think it was
Yeah, I mean, it was a lovely wedding. Part of me wanted to say it was Reed Richards playing the piano, but it could have just been anybody. And they're clearly at a Vegas wedding chapel, which is fun. Mm-hmm. But hey, it's legal in all 50 states, so good for them. Yeah, and here's what I'll say. It's not surprising to me because I read was it the Ultimates run with Wiccan in it? Where they go to Wiccan's future and you see Wiccan and Hulkling as middle-aged guys. And they got a kid and all that stuff.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember which. It was delightful. So I knew they got married.
Yeah,
where that happened. It's
in the present. I don't think it had happened yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but it's good. I mean, it's lovely. They're married, and Wiccan knows something's up with Hulk.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know about the wedding just because I wasn't sure. Have they said how old they are? I thought, because when they first showed up in the new Young Avengers, they're like teenagers, so I didn't know how old they were. I didn't know if they were.
They're probably all in their 20s at this point.
Oh, okay.
I think they've had them drinking beer.
Yeah, okay.
And you can't have a character drink beer who is not 21 in an American comic book film. I don't know where you come from, but that's just the world that we live in now. Yeah, so Empyre was pretty good. Fantastic Four was nice, too.
Oh, yeah.
I love Val and so plotline. And, I don't even know what this plotline is, quite honestly. Because the priest makes this whole thing about getting the Omni Wave from the mind of the Kree being, but then they take the Kree being with them. It's like, well, don't you have the knowledge? Or you just wanted to confirm that the knowledge was there? And now there's another thing we have to do to figure out how to do it? It was an odd situation.
I mean, unless they just need a biological being, it's like, hey, if this is going to blow up someone's brain, let's use this kid. Yeah, okay.
I don't know. It was a little weird.
Yeah.
I actually think the Psyche Magnetron's a much more powerful weapon, but it generally speaking doesn't destroy solar systems. Mm-hmm. So unless it wants to, but it's a thing. And
the whole twist with Ghost Rider and Hulk.
Yeah, well, that was actually the most interesting part of the book, I have to say, is, Val and
Franklin.
Franklin, yeah, I was going to get there.
Okay.
Masquerade themselves as Hulk and Ghost Rider, which that's not Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, that's the Tetch, right?
Catch. I don't know, because I mean they've had Johnny Blaze running around looking like that last couple years too.
Well, but
so.
which was the one in the actual Fantastic Four story?
That was Danny Ketch. Yeah,
that was Danny. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't correct me, Philip. So that was and that was cute, and of course.
Well, I mean, they kind of.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. They have Franklin do a cosmic punch, and then we see him bring up the cosmic punch power again later in that book, suggesting that he doesn't lose his powers every time he uses it. Now, I guess maybe the argument is that but his gross power or his net power diminishes every time he uses this thing. But I actually think, as I've said, it's a psychological thing, just like it is with Ben.
Maybe I just took it as he had enough power for like one quick shot.
Well, no. The one quick shot isn't the problem. The problem is that later in that issue, he then does a cosmic punch again, or he gets ready to do a cosmic punch again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't find it right now, but it's in the book. It's in there. I don't have my books in front.
Oh yeah, because he decks Wolverine too.
Yeah, exactly, and it's the same cosmic punch. So that's the idea: is that he has this power in reserve, and I think that's telling. I think that's what they're trying to tell us there. But we'll see how it goes next. And we also hear that yes, they're the official Fantastic Four now. The computer didn't call extra members, because now we have 4 members. Which is also kind of like, dude, your kids are like 16 and 15. Maybe not the best idea to send them on an adventure to chase down, plant ninjas.
Well, they have babysitters too. Yeah. Got Spider-Man.
Although I liked the fact that the Skrull girl recognized Alicia and said, "I told you all of my secrets," suggesting that this was actually. She kind of created the character of Alicia in her mind because Alicia became Elijah. And so the entire qualities of Alicia was imprinted into the Skrull ancestral memory. And she was the one person that she could talk to in the Skrull. That's an interesting thing about the warrior race of Skrulls, that you don't have that emotional support.
Yeah.
And the same with the Kree, but if you can find that person in that panoply of memories that you can connect with as a human, you might actually get your own humanity validated. So that's a delightful story. What happened in Captain America this week?
Did they storm that town or whatever?
Oh yeah, the town. Yeah, I mean, I'm loving this story. I like how they approach it and the idea that the weak are filling Sybil's bloodstone, which will, I guess, give her immortality or some such nonsense. And Lucan's mad about the Red Skull being in his brain, but I mean, I enjoyed the story. I definitely enjoyed the action. But I have to say, sometimes the villainous motivations seem a little weak, and the governor or mayor of Madripoor auctioning the teenage boy was a little too on the nose for me.
Yeah.
But in general, I liked the story. I liked the concept, and like I always say, this Ta-Nehisi Coates, he might have a career as a writer. So.
Oh yeah.
Fun fact: we're getting an U.S. Agent series coming soon.
Yeah, I think it might just be a mini series, but yeah,
it's a mini series. Well, they're always mini series.
Yeah, these.
And it's weird because we just left him like taking on the mantle of the Scourge. So I'm wondering if that's going to be a plot line in this, or is it not going to be?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's the problem. That's the problem, Philip. Is I don't know either. What else did I read this week?
Did you?
Oh, Black Cat.
Yes. Yeah, Black. I was gonna say, Black Cat, which I just found out. I'm angry about. This is the last issue of Black Cat.
Yeah, but it's getting rebooted. So
is it?
Well, she comes back in the Black King, whatever that is.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's like the next big event. But I don't know if she's gonna have her own book or not.
I guess from my reading of it, she's central to it, but I don't know. I actually had thought I read something where it said, yes, the book is stopping production, but it's coming back.
Oh.
that the book is coming back, and I guess from all the readings I've had, it's like, yes, it's stopping at Black Cat, and then it's being picked up in the Black King.
I just hate when they either stop or they have to do different stuff just because of a big event, because the character's going to be in some big event or something.
And it's also weird to end it here because it's like, oh, now we're going to hang the cliff, but now we're just not going to resolve it.
Yeah, because I had her get in the face of a rival there, and it's just like, oh yeah, yeah, it's just like, okay, are we ever going to get back to that?
The answer is no. Outlook is mysterious. According to the Ape Man.
Oh,
according to the Ape Ball.
You probably didn't read it. Did you read Deadpool this week?
No, I did not get to Deadpool.
I highly recommend it. Deadpool storms Krakoa. So that's all I got. That's all I'll say.
Well, he's a mutant. He can go in.
He's not a mutant, but he finds a loophole.
He finds a loophole.
Yes.
Well, honestly, speaking of loopholes, did you read X-Men Empyre?
No, I did not have time. Tell me about it.
Oh, honestly, if this leads to a Deadpool horticulture crossover, I am there for that.
Nice.
Yeah. The X-Men Empyre tie-in story is just magnificent. How it deals with everything and how it deals with the limitations. So Black Tom is a mutant?
Yes.
He's always... Okay. And his shillelagh is actually like, I guess he has plant. He's basically,
he has plant
basically dude Poison Ivy you don't want to have sex with.
Kinda, yeah. He's a mutant because he's like Banshee's cousin and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And they've put him in charge of all of the plants, which is just
yeah.
I don't know. With all the Cody invasions, it's all just seems kind of like, oh, this does not look good.
Just asking for trouble.
Yeah. But, of course, the horticulturalists have, and it is horde, as in the horde of culture, they have found a way to hack the teleporters of Krakoa, which makes sense when you think about it. It's just a system. A system can be broken into. A system can be hacked.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the gates are independent sentient beings, as much as they want to imply that. It at most has a portion of Krakoa's intelligence within it. And in general, if you can distract Krakoa, you can just use the device itself if you know enough about plants. So I really enjoyed that quality of it. The back and forth between the two, between the horticulturalists and the X-Force or X-Men or whatever they're calling themselves, and of course the pheromones, making all the men become obsessed with the ladies is great. Although I like the fact that they said, yeah, we really need to take Dee's advice and make the hormone attractive to women too. But yeah, okay. What else did we read this week, Phil?
Let's see. Got some DC stuff. Guardians of the Galaxy number 5 was good. It's like a big thing with Moondragon, because like there's like 2 Moondragons running around now. The 6161 and the one from the alternate reality. I mean, again, Al Ewing, so it's good.
Yeah, I wanted to read that, and it was like I was running out of time.
Yeah, but yeah, so, when you get a chance, read it, because yeah,
I will be doing that soon. I promise. Okay. So anything else you want to talk about tonight, Phil?
No, I think we're good.
We're good. So, Philip, a lot of people are listening to the show right now.
Yes.
And maybe my words aren't coming across, maybe your words aren't. Whatever it is, they may be having a problem with their headsets. And so I'm going to recommend to them all right now, go to tweakedaudio.com. That's tweakedaudio.com. Tweakedaudio.com. Actually, it might not be correct. It might be TWEEK. Let me just check real quick.
I believe it's EAK.
Yeah. No, it is EAK. It is TWEAKEDAUDIO. Tweakedaudio.com. Because I can never remember which is the weird tweak and which is the good tweak, but yeah. So go there, and while you're there, use the coupon code Southgate. That's the coupon code Southgate. SOUTHGATE. That is going to get you, I believe, a 30% discount on anything you buy at Tweaked Audio. And just so you know, they do have a lifetime warranty. So if you keep on sitting on your headphones and then they stop working, they will replace them, which is a very cool thing. Very few people would ever do. After that, once you go over to hunttokiller.com, check it out. Again, use the Southgate code at checkout to save some money on getting the clues to the cold case that Michelle Gray is going to send you to help you solve the mystery. And I think that's all my plugs. Phil, do you have anything you want to say? If anyone wanted to reach out and talk to you?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get a hold of us, send us your thoughts. If you're a comic creator, anybody, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. The voicemail is 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And find us all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Very good. And, of course, if you'd like to write to me that old-fashioned email way, the way I'm Osmond instead, do so at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, @gmail.com. And, follow me on Twitter as I live tweet the final episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at Charlie Esser. That's CharlieEssestr. Look for the two E's in the middle. For what, Philip?
For quality. Bing!
Thank you, Maz. See, Maz knew Philip didn't. So
I don't know.
There you go. That's okay. Philip works hard. He's done enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Phil, cue the music.